Alright, so if and else statement, this is really important. Again, programming is all about using if and else statement, for loops, and using some logics. That's all it is. So if and else statement is really important. So let's set a variable here, and I'm going to say x is equal to 10. Okay, so set x to be 10. So that's what I'll do. And then if x is really 10, okay, so double equal sign is really, okay, see if it is really equal to 10, okay, if x is equal to 10, if I do x just 1 equal, that means set x to be 10, okay, so that's not what I want. I want to see if x is really equal to 10, okay, I'm not setting x to be 10, I'm just seeing whether x is equal to 10, okay, so then I'll say echo, so echo x. So if that statement x is equal to 10 is true, then run this. Else echo or x is really 10, echo x is not 10. Okay, so I run this. Make sure you put a semicolon, and if I go to yeah, it does say x is really 10. So let's do this. X is equal to 5. Okay, x is not 10. Okay, so it just makes sense. It just evaluates whatever is in the if statement, and if it is met, then it runs this, else it runs this. Okay, let's do another else statement. I can do else if. So if x is equal to 10, then do that. Else, if x is equal to 5, then say x is 5. Else, x is not 10, is also not 5. So this should run, that's what it should. Okay, I have a syntax error, forgot a semicolon. Always whenever you have an error, look at the line number and try to fix that. And it works. So this is how the if statement works. Now, if you just have one line of code, then you actually don't need a bracket, but in Coding Dojo we want you to always use bracket, even if you have one line of code underneath the if statement. Okay, and you can also put bracket like this, but I don't like how that looks. I just want it to look like that because then it's just easier for the eye. I mean, yes, you're using extra 2 spaces, 2 lines, but yeah, so in summary, this is the recommended. What I don't recommend is some people would do this, and it would work exactly the same. Right? It's shorter, but I don't recommend it because, again, you know, I just like brackets. Sometimes, you know, you will have a lot more than 1 lines of code, and yeah, it's just better this way. So just use bracket here. Don't even go this. Don't even do this. I mean, yes, you can do it, but it's really ugly. You don't know when the if statement starts and when it ends. So don't do this. Okay, just do what I have shown you here in the video. Okay. All right. So that works. Let's see if so you can see just through some example. There's also so let's say I mean I can do x is greater than 5. Then if x is greater than 5, then print out x is greater than 5, and so forth. So anyway, you can run this as well, and then you can change this. Alright, so the code just runs from top to bottom. Okay. There's some other functions like is set. So let's say I haven't defined a variable. So now I just want to say, for example, let's say that's a good example. Okay, so let's say maybe you're expecting an errors variable, and if there's an errors variable, I want to echo out the error. So if I do this, echo errors, but I never defined it, let's see what happens. It's going to say undefined variable errors. So what if I only want to display this errors if the errors variable is set? Then I would do this. Okay, so if errors variable is set, so this returns true or 1 if errors variable is set, it returns false or 0 if it is not set. So if I do this, then it doesn't run it because it's not set. Alright, so make sure you understand, again, the biggest thing is, and again, one of the common mistake is people not understanding the difference between 1 equal and 2 equal. 1 equal means you're going to set this variable to be the value on the right. 2 means you're actually seeing whether it's equal. Okay, so let's do one example here. So if I did x is equal to 2, and then say if echo came here, echo came there. Okay, this is probably not the best example. But if I run this, is it going to say came here or is it going to say came there? I see. It says came here. Why did that work? Why did that come here? Okay, and not there? Because I thought, you know, x, we set it to be 2. If I echo out x at the end, notice how it echoes out 1. Okay, so we can say x is, and x is 1. Why in the world is it 1? Because here you said set x equals 1. Set x equals to 1, and if that worked, if you were able to successfully set x is equal to 1, then echo this value. Okay, so what you really wanted to do is you wanted to see if it is really equal to 1. Right? You're not setting x to be 1. You're not setting x to be 1. You're going to really see whether it's really equal to that value. Okay, so if I do that, then it says came there, x is 2. So okay, hope that makes sense. Make sure you understand this. This is very important, especially if you have never done programming before. Alright, okay. Alright, I think we're ready for the next section.